ask about this American citizen detained in UAE over the weekend? I mean, rights groups basically say he was detained for political reasons. His links with Khashoggi. Does the U.S. share that assessment? And what exactly are you guys doing with the Emiratis to, try to bring him home or, seek a fair trial?
Well, Humaira, we've been actively and closely engaged on this case ever since we learned of it shortly after his detention late last week. We've raised his detention with senior levels of the Emirati government. We have requested additional information from our Emirati partners, and we're watching this case closely, and we're providing appropriate consular support. In fact, consular officers from our embassy on the ground visited Mr. Ghafoor on July 15th. They again visited him on July 17th. Embassy officials also observed his virtual hearing today on July 18th. We have conveyed our expectations to our Emirati partners that Mr. Ghafoor receive continued consular access, that he be afforded a fair and transparent legal process, and that he be treated humanely. You asked about the basis for his detention and the charges against him. Of course, we would refer you to Emirati authorities to speak to that. But what I can say is that we've seen no indication at this point that his detention has anything to do with his association with Jamal Khashoggi. But we are still gathering information. Again, as I said, we've raised this case at senior levels, and we are doing everything we can to ensure that Mr. Ghafoor is treated fairly and humanely.
Does it not strike you, though, it comes on the heels of President Biden's visit to Saudi Arabia? It's a little bit too much of a coincidence.
Humaira, again, we've seen nothing.
Were you given a heads up by the Emiratis, by the way, on the detention?
Again, what I can say is that we certainly did not request, we have not sought the arrest of Mr. Ghafoor. The Emiratis have spoken to their rationale for the detention. We're going to remain engaged with them. We have been engaged at very high levels on this case, and that will continue.
Just one last thing on that. I understand that the detention did not come at the request of U.S., but the investigation on him by the Emiratis predates this. It goes back to a couple of years, I understand. Did U.S. request that investigation?
If any such investigative assistance was requested, it would have been made by the Department of Justice. It's not for me to speak to the Department of Justice. I would need to refer you there.
Also?
I'm sorry?
Which declined to comment on this?
Which is their prerogative.